Rock Wallers, man. Today we have
Tony.
Go ahead.
Hollywood Kennels.
Prince T. Ali.
Tiaja.
Trey. Tyron. Cameron.
Tayshawn.
Oh, that was everybody already?
Yeah.
Okay, my
Oh,
bad.
you forgot. And this is Chulo. Chulo.
Bring Chulo.
Chulo.
8 weeks old, one day.
Chulo.
Now you see, look at the video in the camera. Look how big he is in person.
Yeah.
There
Man,
It's no different.
the camera don't do no justice for him, bro.
we go. All right, so let's get started. Y'all came all the way. Y'all drove all the way from where?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta. So let's go ahead and get started. What's the name of your kennels? Let's go ahead and give them a shout out first, though.
Hollywood Kennels of Georgia.
Tell us how you came about Hollywood Kennels.
Well, Hollywood Kennels started 3 years ago. Me and my brother, the founder, Eddie Rand, we was coming to talk. So one day we came up. It was his favorite breed, so we always talked about him. And he wanted to do open a kennel up. But 30 days after we had talked about it, he got killed. Gunned down. And right after that incident, 30 days later, I was all in a deep place, and some came to me like, "You can open that kennel up," and that's how I started Hollywood Kennels.
So it's a good memory thing of your brother. So,
Yes, sir.
So everything we doing now is everything you do from here on out is just
Hollywood
Kennels.
Hollywood Kennels. Yes,
HK, what is it?
HKG.
HKG.
yeah, Hollywood Kennels of Georgia.
There you go. All right, so let's get started. So how did you think? Who heard about us first? How'd you hear about us?
I was searching, like I was searching online. Like when my brother was talking, he was like, "You go find a girl. I already got a boy." And when I said, "Okay," I went back home. I went back home for a funeral. My uncle had passed away with cancer, so that's when we had first started talking about doing the kennel thing. But he's like, "You go find a girl, and we're gonna bring them together, start the kennel." But when I started looking, I seen a lot of kennels out there, and every time I came to you, I went away. Then something brought me right back to you. So I was like, these dogs right here. I mean, you can't make no mistake. You can't go wrong with it, bro.
Can't go wrong with it.
Can't go wrong with it. So I'm here now.
Yeah. He told me about it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, keep up with him."
That's the one.
Keep up with him.
Put a little page mark on that one right
Keep
there.
up with him.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so we came all the way down here. What was your expectation before you even got here? Like, what was you thinking?
Oh, well, when he had started watching videos, he was like, y'all can look at this. And everybody just watching was like, okay, he got some good dogs. And I just wanted to see the dogs. I'm a dog person. I like animals.
I can
wanted
tell
to see the
that.
dogs, and it's just like, oh, these are so big and so pretty.
So when you watch the videos, are the videos the same as what you see in person, or what do you think?
Cameron never does the dog justice, ever.
It don't even do them justice.
It don't do him justice. It don't do him justice at all. I'm like, that dog didn't look as big as that on the video. You know, I'm like,
Dog bigger than me. It's for real.
What you guys think about coming out, seeing the dogs and everything else?
Well, I really enjoy it. Like I see, man. It surprised me how many dogs and how big they is. One is having somebody see a physical kennels by like somebody's good nails.
Yeah.
Like it motivates you.
Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff.
I know he like the cars too. He like them cars. He
Yeah,
like
yeah,
them cars. He a car person.
I see that bill. I was like, ooh.
Oh man, if I'd have known y'all was into the car,
Man, we love cars, man.
I'd have them all out here, man. But
Yeah,
this
we
week
a
is
car
the week
fan.
of. This is the week of me getting them all done, to getting candy painted, to getting some work done, and all that kind of good stuff. So if you watch the Riders and Rides channel, you'll see that they're getting a lot of good stuff. Anyway, but just yeah. Then you got the recording one trying to get some hood footage and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Trying to expose me out there.
I'll be at home like, what that is right there? I get that in my hand.
So what did you think about it? What was your experience?
I got what I expected, but I got a little more than what I expected.
That's good stuff.
I really thank you for welcoming us to actually see the dogs.
Hey, your family now, man. You know,
We definitely got. We tied at the hips.
Yeah, we definitely got you.
Tied
Definitely.
at the hips.
Definitely gonna get you right. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they was bigger than what I saw in person though. It was bigger in person than what I saw in the videos.
Oh yeah.
Especially Hawk.
Especially Hulk.
Hawk.
Yeah, Hawk is.
Hawk.
Now you see how big Hulk
Yeah.
is, right? Now that's the only one I let out. you see how it goes back in the kennel, the other dogs look the same size. So imagine you think of the
Hey,
females and everybody
yeah.
else.
I was real intimidated by him when he came out there. I'm like,
Yeah, so he,
I'm just
he
looking
did
at
handle
him.
it
I'm
different.
just like, he is huge.
Yeah.
So who was your
His head is
biggest?
Like,
I'll never say. I could really care less.
his
I
head
let
is-
it be for y'all.
quality speak for itself.
I never speak about weights, size of my dogs. Nothing. I just show you the quality of what I got. What do you think?
I mean, I wasn't expecting him to be that big. I only seen him on camera. Like, when he came out the kennel, though, like,
Somebody said every time your dog take a step forward, coming out the kennel, look bigger, bigger, bigger. Like what the world?
It's like his chest was swelling up. I'm like, bro, get your dog.
It was like when
Get your
he
dog.
sat down, and he was like, "Go ahead, grab him." I looked up, like, grab him.
Grab.
I thought my own finger just snatched out the sock. I'm like, he's still. He taking
no, he's
man, he's taking me up, baby. Get the EMT here.
Oh man. So what do you think?
Well, I'm low-key scared of some dogs, but see, I'm like, when you bring that dog out, I'll buy
He
it.
was about
though.
to take
I'll be dogs to take off.
You was gonna take off? Nah, you good, man. You in good hands. You in good hands. Well, I should have had everybody sign the waiver first, nothing happens. But no, they all are what they are, man. That's one of the biggest things we try to get y'all to do is come out, get experience. I know you guys have dogs already as well too, but it's always a really big thing to try to. Like, you never want to stop. Like, for me, I'm always motivated by being better than what I was yesterday. You know, it's not in competition with anybody. I like seeing people grow. I like seeing people just, like, that's why I do what I do. I want to see kennels get out there and grow, you know, shoot, be bigger, be better. But for me, my level may be at level 12. And level 12 is my max of where I want to be at. If you want to go to 40, go to 40. I want to see you succeed. I think that's one of the biggest things in kennels nowadays is in the breeding business of any breed, I guess. A lot of people have a lot of they don't want to see you do good, you know what I mean? If they do, they want to see you do all right. But
Or they're in competition with you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, I feel like nobody's in competition with me anyway. The only person I'm in competition is myself.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly. Or like, you know what I'm saying? They'll pull up, they're like, check these dogs. I'm like, where you get the dog from? They don't want to give you the information. So you really got to, basically in this game, you really, if you ain't doing your homework, you're really not going to get, you know what I'm saying? Nobody going to hand you nothing, you know what I'm saying?
No, I mean,
figure out.
And I mean, that's why we got our YouTube is really there to support, show people stuff, man. You can learn a lot. I mean, I put the knowledge out there for you guys. What you want to do with it is up to you. If you want to get it and, you know, you grow more from there or whatever. Me, I don't know if my kid's going to take over this or not. Would I like it to? Absolutely. If they don't, I'm not going to force them to. But at least they know what work is and, you know, what dad has set forth the standard. You know what I mean?
Right.
And doing that. See, you got Punch.
Right.
Is anybody planning on trying to take over? Or,
Most definitely.
Most definitely. have a whole family business going on.
Yeah, we show, you know, showing them the ropes how we learn it. That's why I'm like, okay, well, go ahead, give me the setup. I mean, I want to do it all right. So we try to do everything by the book. Everything by the book. That's from conversations with people, like you say, be honest, be truthful. So that's what we start. That's how it goes, and that's how you get, you know, you build rapport with people. So it's important to teach them. Listen, this is how you do it. You got to start out by doing this, and then you keep working and do that. So that's the biggest thing, and I think for me is the layout, because I'm like, how are we gonna lay this out?
Yeah.
You know, and then once you learn, once you figure out, sit down and figure out how you're gonna lay it out, everything else falls in place.
One of the biggest things I would tell anybody is, man, if you plan on doing this, first and foremost, be you. I think I know I'm probably the only breeder ever that I've never shown a pedigree. I've never put a dog for sale. I just do me. Like, it was different. I had a lot of pushback. People would tell me, you don't do it the way. This is the standard. You're supposed to do it this way. And do it this
we
way.
had a lot of that.
And I was like, okay, let's do it that way. Y'all way ain't working, and y'all still coming back to me anyway. So, but it's who I am. You know what I mean? A lot of breeders, you saw the uptightness of our breeders, and man, people like, you too personal with them, man. That's who I am. Personal guy. So people come out here, and now you see people trying to emulate that because they see how it works or whatever. But you gotta be authentic. You gotta be who you are. You know, talk to people. You know, my biggest thing's always been honest, being upfront. If you like it, I'm not for everybody, but you know, I am who I am, and if I am who I am, and if that matches what you like, then we can do business and then go from there. Because it's more than just selling a dog. You know what I mean? People get caught up in just trying to, I'm gonna sell you anything to sell a dog. You know what I mean? For the prices you've seen, there's it goes way beyond just the money part. Because you're chasing just the money part, you're gonna lose every time. Yeah, you're gonna lose every time. And Lord knows money just goes out the door.
Out the door. So you get it gone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when it comes to these dogs, yeah.
Cause we had each one of our litters we had, they sold like the first week they was all sold out.
Mm-hmm.
And like the money we made, it good money, like, you know what I'm saying? But the money went right back
into it, like
business and bills.
Yeah.
So you like,
it seemed like as soon as you made some money, that bill said, "Oh, I see you made some money over there. You're
pretty nice over there. Let me get that."
Yeah.
I think with us, it's more important for us because he did have girls.
Mm.
So I think with us, it was more important to take what was made to make sure that we can to at least provide some type of support for them. Because he did have 3 girls. So it was just like, okay, we got to figure out a way to do it for us and for them. And so that's when we got together and was just like, well, let's do it.
There you go.
And so we've been doing it ever since. When we get better every time.
And that's you're supposed to learn from it, though. I mean, you're supposed to learn. Like, if you watch my videos when I did it before even making videos, but man, I look back at where I started. Those videos, man, just thoughts of the progress and how I got started. I was like, man, I didn't know anything, and which I thought I did. And even till this day, I feel like people are like, man, you know everything. I'm like, bro, no. Like, but I'm always constantly willing to learn more every day. Like, I'm always in the book. And then when you have your own dogs, you're learning through their experience as well too, because you're like, oh, that's what Rockwallers do. Okay, they got this, they have that. So I'm always in tune with it every single day. But you never stop just saying you think you know it all. But the day you think you know it all is the day you become the biggest fool. You realize it's not there. So, but don't ever hurt yourself by beat yourself up by like, man, I'm not where this person is at, because everybody has a different time frame of when they're supposed to be there. Biggest thing about it, I never worried about the next guy who was big at that time. He was, man, seemed like he was just on every TV show, everything you look. Don't ever concern yourself with those people. Always concern yourself with you. What can I be better for myself? Because your level may be a 5, and that's where you need to be at right now. For me, I prayed about this. You know what I mean? This wasn't something that I just jumped into. It was like, I'm gonna do dogs. Like, that was my plan A. There was no plan B. It was just, I know what I'm gonna do. I know I'm going straight forth with this here, and I'm gonna make it happen. And I think the will to do it is the biggest thing a lot of people don't have. You know, that's what a lot of people fall off at, the will. Because they think, oh, get some puppies, let it breed, get some money, and that's it. That's people always thinking. And you breed and you understand, like, man, it's not that
it's
way.
Way more to
it's
way
more.
As a breeder, that's why I asked you when we was out sitting outside, how much sleep do you get?
I don't even know what sleep is.
Because when litters come in our house, we don't sleep. And I work second shift, so when I get off work, I set up. I go work at 4, get off work at 12:30. I set up till 7 in the morning because they be up with the puppies until I get off work. Then they go to bed for school, and I set up all night, all to the next day, and go to bed about 8 o'clock in the morning. Sleep till about 11, jump right back up with the dogs.
Oh, yeah.
So no sleep. No dog. I asked like, how do you do it? You know what I'm saying? How do you fix that?
Y'all are laying on my bed right now. So this is my
Exactly.
bed. My TV, my bed, everything's on my here with the dogs and everything else or whatever. But as you do this, you find better ways every time. That's why you see the kennels got built, the buildings are getting bigger and everything else. It makes things more manageable. And just getting to that point where, you know, you get the quality puppies where you start to see, you can see a difference in your dog. You said 8 weeks, like, golly. What you do behind closed that nobody sees is what everybody sees. If that makes sense. Like, everything I do that nobody's ever seen is what's got me to what everybody sees now. It's like, it's what you don't see is what people see. You know, you didn't see, like, for instance, I'll show you. I think it's on this phone here. But Trees came out early. I was tube feeding and doing all this kind of stuff early and doing that kind of stuff. But because of what that was happening, you get the product of the dogs you see now, the quality, the timing, the effort that goes into it. The days when you see, it's not the days when you want to work that you feel motivated. Them the days that don't count. It's the days you feel like I'm extra tired today.
Them the days.
Them the days. Yeah, when you just like, man, they went home. I got this here. I got this going on. And just moving forward. But all in all, man, you know, for all the young ones in here right now, you know, you guys, you can get motivated, but still look at what you want to do, aim high for it, and just don't stop.
Hey, this one right here, we having a conversation, a serious conversation. I said, what you want to do when you finish school, you know what I'm saying? What you going to college to be? She said, what'd you say?
I want to be I want to be a film director. So I want to do like film the videos for the media, for the stuff, and get it all together so it looks the way that it should. It looks professional. It looks like we, you know, everything is set like how it should be. How I envision our kennels becoming. Like I want our media, everything just to look a certain way.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm going to school for.
So I said, I said, no, listen, go to school, be a veterinarian. So the dog we got to pay all these people to do all the stuff we need done, so you can do that.
But
she said, no.
I'm gonna tell you. Well, I'm gonna tell you the biggest thing. I'm gonna lead you with this is the fact that my son said he wanted to go to. He wanted to cut hair. I said, no, cut hair. Right. And it was that same day. Guy had it to where I was watching TikTok, and Steve Harvey was talking about the guy who cut his hair. And that guy makes millions of dollars.
Yeah.
He has
6 shops.
Got all these shops making all this money. Not just about the money, but he's doing what he loves.
Yeah.
And I still remember for me, and it just brought me back to my humbleness when people were like, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I'm a dog breeder. I'm gonna be a Rottweiler breeder." Anybody who knew me from as a kid knew I was going to do with dogs and animals. And 90% of my family, I said 98% of my family was like, "What dogs? What dogs?" Now are
he's like,
"Dang, bro, yeah, you the man, bro. Like you got it." So
they don't see your vision.
Yeah. So I always tell like, and it's a parenting thing. It's just we all are parents and we all understand it. We make mistakes like anybody else. And
right.
I always tell you, if you want to do something, go for it. I'm never gonna tell you not to. But guess what? Being a veterinarian may be something that was my dream at first. I want to be a veterinarian. Well, I always call it a veterinarian. Right. I was like, when I was little, people was like, I want to be a police officer, I want to be a cop, I want to be a doctor. I was like, I want to be a veterinarian. They were like, what? So I work with animals. I just want to be with animals. But I thought veterinarian was my calling, but it wasn't. And just because I love this breed don't mean that I got to do all the other stuff or whatever. Exactly. And that's that. So film directing may be something you love, and you may be great at it and all this kind of stuff. And then, to me, I had the worst stuttering problem in the world. Like probably one of the worst stuttering problems. Like it was. If I show you a clip of me when I was little, my therapist was like, I was the worst case he's ever seen, like he's ever dealt with. Like it took me like 5 minutes to get one word out. Like my body would shake and couldn't even get a word out. And I was like, man, I want to go in the military. I see my brothers and all of them in the uniform. I want to do that too, but I can't really talk like that really. And man, I prayed about it, got it, man. Got in the Army, sergeant, staff sergeant, stuff in this as well too, and rocked the house, got that, left that, did my dog stuff, and now I do YouTube and talk all the damn time, probably a little too much, and that's where you at. So if you got a passion for something, man, go for it, let it happen, and don't let anybody tell you. I don't care who it is. Like my dad had other dreams for me to do too. It was like, nah, my mom, everybody's got, but they want the best for you. Not saying that, but if you know what your vision is, see, if your vision can be tempered by brother, sister, mom, dad, that was never your vision. Yeah, never your vision. So
I can't do veterinary because when the birthing comes, I help my mom because we be in the birthing box helping the dog, like helping her, getting her ready to give birth and stuff. She be up close. I'm just the back end assistant.
You gonna move it like I'm telling you. But that's how it starts. Though. I mean, there's times when I was like, your introduction, like you're already deeper than some people who's full grown, never even done it before. Like like I remember my dad, the cat was having little kittens and stuff. Like, my dad was like, Tony, go handle that. I'm thinking about something like, why me? You like animals? Like, I don't like kittens. I'm like, meow. I was like, what? So I just went in there because I was like, I gotta go do this. That didn't make them heart beating 20 miles per hour. Like, okay. You're right. And then afterwards, the cats started bringing the kittens to me, dropping the kittens off to me. I was like, what in the world? That's crazy. So then just get you to that level and being that way. But nonetheless,
she definitely strong with it though. When I told her about the veterinary, she like, no, Dad,
no.
I'm going to be a producer. Hey, we're gonna make these videos. I said, well, when she put it like that, I said, well,
and guess what?
Do what you gotta do. We're gonna make it.
Then she got HKG all on TV and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, sit down.
I already talked to her about like documentaries and TV shows. I'm just ready.
There are a lot of people who do it now on YouTube and stuff. And then the way the world is moving now, too, man, people are so much independent where you don't have to do a lot of stuff. But you know what I mean? Whatever your vision is, how you want to do it, do it. Like, like you see my introduction to my videos now. A guy did that for me, and he does that, man. He makes it. Me, I'm just a personal guy. I like my videos to feel raw and uncut. You know, like my videos. That's my videos are always unedited. It is what it is. I want you to see that raw cut. I want you to see that grunt down in the trenches kind of feel when you watch my videos. It's like, okay, I feel like I'm right there with him when he's doing it. I don't want the rainbows and all that stuff coming like, oh, and this is a rock waller and flapping up with wings and I want that raw cut holding that dog. You see that dog and that dirt kicking up and everything. That's me. So that's my vision. See, but your vision may be the beautiful sun. You know, you coming out. You know, you got dad walking out. You know, but I got you though. You know what I'm saying? But that we go there. But I'm not gonna hold you guys that long, man. We gotta get going.
Yes,
so, sir. Thank you guys for stopping through, man. All the way from Georgia.
Appreciate
you guys drive safe, man.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
No, thanks for the hospitality, man. I love your dogs. Well, we gotta get out of here, y'all.
He done stole the dog. He done got the dog all the way. That's gonna be your dog.
Man, they finna follow the dog.
I won't let him do it.
No, we ain't gonna wait.
He was passing around the whole time.
Yeah, they been passing around the whole time.
No, that's good though, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys for staying tuned and watching your boys, and we are out.
We are out.
Deuces.
Bug spray works best when your family actually wears it. Get odor-free 8-hour protection from mosquitoes and ticks without the ick.